All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Justice from DC Comics. This is issue 11 from 2007. And yeah, it's only one issue after this, and then this series is complete. Well, the Justice League, counterattack the villains, and Joker is blowing stuff up. So this is inside a dome, right? And Poison Ivy says, "Hey, do you have a backup plan?" And he says, "Yes." Well, Alex Ross, I'm a fan of his work. I like his realistic painting style, right? And I love how he depicts heroes. He also depicts heroes how they used to be, like from the 80s, like Metallo here, for instance. And also do some new stuff in here. Anyway, but this little bit story here, or the majority of the story, is between Hal Jordan and Sinestro. Right? So he's using his yellow ring, but I thought to myself, wait a minute, this doesn't look like a construct somehow, right? But maybe it is. Anyway, so Gold is Parasite in him, right? He tried to confine him, but then he reaches out to Black Adam, absorbs his power, and then he flies to what? Jesus, I forgot. Richard Corbin, Metallo, and grabs his heart, his kryptonite heart, and he wants to make Superman pay. So he's flying to them because you see that the Superman logo, and he wants to kill him, right? But then, Captain Marvel and Superman made a switcheroo, and it's actually Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel just smashes Bizarro into Parasite, and he's done for now. Meanwhile, now I had trouble, figuring out what's happening here. So it seems that they have a plan, and Sinestro says, "Hey, wait a minute, you don't have a green ring, but it was supposed to be green, right? But it seems that he has a yellow ring, just like Sinestro, and he has a blue kryptonite shard, a rock. When if you have blue and yellow, it becomes green. I know a little bit of color. So he throws then the blue kryptonite that renders, I don't know, this basically a Bizarro's kryptonite, instead of green, but it's blue. And he gives it to Iron. And Captain Marvel deals with the green kryptonite, although I don't think this really works, because even though he breaks it, there's still shards lying around. Anyway, so yeah, okay, but I have to read it a couple of times to see what's actually happening here. So it was a little bit confusing for me. Meanwhile, Parasite found Superman, right, because he wants to kill him. And then Black Adam's still groggy of Parasite's touch. And he says, "Hey, is this how you see me? Is it weakened?" And then he, I want to say Shazam, but Captain Marvel grabs him by the throat and says, "No, Adam, I don't want to see anyone like this. I hate to see anyone twisted by hate or given form and limitation by want. You could have been a great man. Your power could. I can't breathe. You're killing me." So he says, "Say the word, Adam. Say the word and I'll let you go." "No, I haven't been like that in that form for so long." "That's the problem. Say the word, surrender, and you may become free." So he's saying the word Shazam, and the magical lightning strikes Adam, and he turns into his mortal self, like Billy Batson. But he also strikes, unwillingly, Parasite, which looks cool. I like this. I like this panel here, and that, flying Superman, like this. Looks cool. I don't know. Anyway. So it seems that the Metal Men are grabbing the defeated villains, but Hal says that John has the ring. "That's it, John. This is the moment you show everyone on Earth why you were chosen to replace me, where I ever killed, or incapable of stewarding the ring." Stewarding, John Stewart. Okay. "The entire world is in your hands, John." Right. So yeah, and I mean, these are the Teen Titans with Supergirl. I mean, what is Supergirl, by the way? I don't see it, probably on the background. Anyway, but they're on in the thrall of Brainiac because of the mechanical worms. And Flash says, hey, now don't we have the Metal Man suits anymore protecting, from Brainiac's influence? What would happen to us? Well, it happens again. They are becoming evil or in thrall of Brainiac, but then a green light, and it's Jon Stewart. Jon is doing exactly what I knew he would. He's wiping Brainiac's nanotech from the air. He's putting out the fires. He's wiping the knowledge of the League's identities and friends from the minds of our enemies and freeing them of Brainiac's control. Yeah, super cool. Ads. Meanwhile, we have now Sinestro and Hal battling for their lives. He has now a yellow ring. And you say, why is he using a yellow ring? It was before the emotional spectrums where, you have the red ring and the blue ring and the indigo ring. That's not in here, right? This is just the original rings, the Weaponeers rings from the planet Krueger on the, in the antimatter zone, where Sinestro got this yellow ring. There's a whole story behind that. Maybe I should bombard you with all this info. Anyway, and also Guy Gardner was once upon a time wore a yellow ring because he lost or was not worthy of the Green Lantern Corps anymore or something like that. Anyway, she says, the ring is not for you to have, John. It was given to me. I don't care. If you kill me, Sinestro, there's Jon Stewart, there's the League. Your time is coming to an end. Shut the hell up, he says. I have the power to kill you, right? So meanwhile, Giganta, is it Giganta? Yes, Giganta has been taken out by Rita from the Doom Patrol, right? So it all comes together and yeah, they have defeated the evil. And it looks great. I like these group shots. And but then Gorilla Grodd comes here and Flash wants to hurt him. But Martian Manhunter stops him and he says, Brainiac's nanotechnology has taken control of the weapon systems of this world's governments. Every weapon of mass destruction is in the world is under his control. According to Grodd, Brainiac has just initiated the countdown sequence. What began as a nightmare vision to elicit the help of the world's supervillains, well, is becoming real. There's no reason to believe that wasn't Brainiac's plan after all. Uh-oh. Anyway, so the League is now forming a plan with Brainiac's help. Lex Luthor's help. Why am I getting all these notifications? Okay. Anyway, so can you feel it, Sinestro? Can you feel what's happening? We've been drawing from the same yellow battery charts. There's nothing left. You're nothing. Nothing without that ring, Jordan. I'm nothing if the ring is all I'm trusting in. All right, so they're having a battle to the death. Well, not really, but still. Meanwhile, Brainiac is fleeing with Aquaman's son, and Aquaman wants to go after him, but almost falls into a trap. And Superman says, be careful, Aquaman. He used this. He used your feelings for your son as a weakness. My feelings for my son could never be a weakness, Superman. It's only ever been a strength. My strength. So he wants to go after them, but then, oh no. This perspective looks great, We have the heroes and then the villains. And some backgrounds, like some kind of a fictional city in this dome. Super cool. So fake Brainiacs with fake babies. Very well done. Anyway, back to Hal and Sinestro. I have to tell you, Sinestro, this isn't all bad. You are a fool, Jordan. You are going to die today. I died yesterday. Yes, remember that he was trapped in his own Green Lantern ring? Is in his ring, Everything died. Everything that might have made me into something like you. All right. Now, if you read my Green Lantern review from a long time ago, I did a 3 or 4-parter when Hal Jordan went crazy with becoming Parallax, and they have a fight too, but then, well, Sinestro died because Hal Jordan broke his neck. It's not happening here, right? And he says, fine, Jordan, have your vengeance. And he's beating Sinestro of an inch of his life. And he says, this isn't vengeance, Sinestro. It's justice. All right. Super cool. So we have the Justice League and, well, everybody else, you know, the Teen Titans and the Shazam family and Red Tornado and much more people here. Superheroes fighting, I don't know, robots? Literally robots of Brainiac, right? Looks super cool. Oh yeah, also the Doom Patrol is here. Great stuff. I like seeing those classic characters in the classic costumes. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Ugh. Is this Bendis? Oh God, no. Oh no, this wasn't in 2007. This is to Countdown. Ignore that, what I'm saying. Anyway, so Superman is taking care of the rest because, well, Toymaker is also here sending his toys to Superman, but you know, Superman will deal that in a second. Meanwhile, everything is breaking apart in the dome. Unless you want to die, I see if maybe there's a little power left in your legs, Sinestro. I hate you, Jordan, he says. Now, Solomon Grundy wants to get out of this dome, right? So, and then he punches this wall, but he forgets that the dome is on the bottom of the ocean. So I wonder how is that going to affect the next issue. So they are falling in this fake city, but then, I mean, it seems that Jon Stewart just released Hell's Ring and it comes back to hell again and then saving Sinestro. I told you, Sinestro, this is Vengeance. One of the best books ever made. If you get All-Star Superman, buy it in seconds. So good. But now we have some fun. So Scarecrow here in this, I don't know, another city that looks like Gotham. And he says, you think you won? Let me give you something to really fear. So these people are still under control of Brainiac's worms, right? And so they are attacking then the heroes. When Brainiac boasts, hey, what will you do? If you fight them, you might kill them or break their bones or even cripple them. Uh-oh. And he says, we are Legion. And so, Donna, do you have any idea what we're supposed to be doing, Robin? We fight and wait and hope we don't kill anyone. Wait for what, says Kid Flash. Green Lantern, of course. That should end this. And it will. So Hal comes in and, you know, uses his powers to destroy the worms inside and everybody comes to their senses again, right? But it's not over yet because what was I? Something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I don't care what they make me do. I would have done it anyway, he says. And then he's releasing the fear gas. This is my city, my home. You are not welcome here. Fine, try to stop me. Or, of course, you could stop them from killing each other. I like this color scheme and all these people are going crazy with fear, right? Like mass hysteria. I love that. Oh yeah, also that leads us to the next issue, sorry. So we have the bios of Green Lantern. If you don't know who Green Lantern is, you can read it here. And also, you can stop the video, that's what I'm trying to say. Of Sinestro as well. Super cool. I like his more alien-like form. He was way more thinner. He has a more bigger forehead, you know, he has some alien technology with him. I like his outlandish costume way more than, you know, what he is now. But, you know, personal preference, right? And it leads us to the last issue of Justice. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.